Hey, what's happening? So, I've had some more interest in the videos and questions about the videos. Somebody recently asked me what it's like to cook on this wood stove. And so I did a reply and I was like, might as well make a video because other people would definitely be interested in using the cook stove. This stove's been going all day. I've got a thermometer up here. It's just under 300. This one sitting on the metal over here says it's around 500. So these stones are going to be super hot. I take them off really quick, and that is not ideal. What I like to do is plan ahead, and I like to take them off when they're cold because that's just a lot easier. So if you notice, what I'm doing is trying to be as careful as I can. These gloves are really not very forgiving. It's kind of difficult. And set them down as gently as I can. These stoves are going to be hot for a very long time, so I'm going to just after I put them here, I put the gloves on them just to kind of warn people, hey, watch out, if you step on it, you're going to notice it. This last one has this little lip here. There's another little lip right underneath it for the actual cooktop. So you have to just make sure you get just the front lip of the stone so you can see the top of that right there. And then let's set that down gently here. You have the cooktop. If you notice here, you have 3 different surfaces. I'll show you at the end here what it looks like. But what I wanted to talk about first was just the advantages and disadvantages of using this thing. For one, you have to store the stone somewhere. For now, all I did was just put them on the brick hearth, which is not great because soapstone is extremely soft, so I get scratches in them every time I take them off and put them back on. So I like to only do it, I like to definitely try to only do it when the stove is cool. I can take them off. They actually feel really nice to touch. They're really soft. It's soapstone for a reason. The other drawback to doing that is cooking on the cooking up here. If you splash anything or anything, comes, like we cook applesauce up here a whole lot, and sometimes it splashes out of there. When it gets on this surface up here, it is really hard to clean off. So you get these little spots all over the place, all up here, that are really just kind of hard to clean off. I'm not really sure, probably when it's cool, but sometimes if you're running a lot, it's kind of hard to clean it off. So it kind of looks a little dirty and stuff up here now after an applesauce season. Aside from that, I mean, there's so many benefits. Makes the house smell great. You can put it up here, and we just like check on a pot of apples. Like we have one on the low side, one on the medium side, and we just let them go almost all day. Just mash them down. All we do is just throw apples in it, and it cooks. We don't experiment a whole lot with cooking with other things up here because, as I said, it does kind of make it dirty. But, we've made a couple of soups and things like that up here. But, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Now, let me show you really quick what it looks like. So you can see from the top on the right side, you have the low, high, and medium. Obviously, it depends on how hot you have the stove. But basically it's just a gap, like basically some thickness. Like the low, it just puts the pan just a little bit higher up. Then obviously the high is setting right on the metal, and then medium is just a little bit thicker than, or a little bit thinner than this in between there, obviously. So yeah, that's all that there is to it. And then after it cools down and everything's awesome, I'll put the stones back on there and it's ready to rock.